My father-in-law thought I was poor until he saw my bank account. I, 24 years old, got married last year when my wife and I were 23 years old. I'm a college dropout while my wife is still in college, almost finishing up her degree. My wife and I dated for 2 years, until we decided that it was time to introduce ourselves to our parents. A year after I met her parents, I ended up proposing to her, and the rest was history. I had a lot of backlash with my decision to marry my wife, but I love her with all my heart, and that was all that mattered. People assume that since I'm young, I won't be able to provide for my wife, although in some cases that may be true. It's not in my situation. I've been doing e-commerce ever since I was 16, and I've built multiple businesses online that made me live a comfortable life. I have a side job at my friend's food truck where I work to kill time. I guess my father-in-law had a different reaction when he found out that I worked at a food truck and I was doing side hustles online. I don't blame him, to be honest. In his eyes, I looked like a bum, and it was pretty understandable. Recently, my wife told me that her parents cooked food and invited us over for dinner. I haven't seen them in a while, and I figured I would give them a gift. After all, they're my in-laws, and I wanted them to love me. I bought her father an expensive liquor bottle that my uncle picked out, since her father liked to drink from time to time. I bought her mother a Michael Kors bag that my wife told me she has always wanted. The night came, and my wife and I both arrived at their house with the gifts. They asked us to come inside, and my wife and I walked into the living room. I gave my mother-in-law her bag, and it's fair to say that she was very happy. She looked surprised, and she gave both my wife and me a big hug. But then she looked at my wife and gave her a silent expression that probably made her wonder how we were able to afford to buy her the bag. Afterwards, I ended up looking at my father-in-law, who was smiling, and I ended up giving him the liquor bottle. His eyes widened,